See the fest going from here?
Well, one interesting thing we're doing this year is we're moving it to lacrosse for one day. So we're hoping that eventually we're going to repeat the Sounds Like School things down there and grow the festival, since it is so close to us and we kind of share a lot of common geography and people that definitely go back and forth between lacrosse and Winona because they're close enough, and people who've maybe gone to school, have gone all the way through school here and live in lacrosse now, or vice versa. So I think there's a lot of exchange already happening between the two communities. And we're also trying to do even more up in Minneapolis. We've built a lot of connections with artists in Minneapolis, and that's what's really benefited the Sounds Like School program. This year, for the first time, we're doing pre-party, at least at this point, we're doing at least one pre-party show up in the Twin Cities, which we have not done before. So we're kind of actively building connections with last year IPR, the Institute of Production and Recording. We worked with them. Minnesota Music Coalition we've worked with in the past. Jillian Ray's teaching school, the music lab, and then now Toki being at McNally Smith is a place that we're building bridges with as well.
Do you find that areas like La Crosse and Winona and Minneapolis, do you find that there are people that share similar musical tastes? Like I know Winona has more of a folk, more of a acoustic, I guess, focus on music.
Yeah, I think it's different in some of the places. And obviously, the Twin Cities is like one of the best music cities in the country. So
right.
I think that we benefit from being close to that. And then I would say La Crosse and Winona have a lot of different genres as far as bands that have come out of Winona. Probably more of the bluegrass type bands are more well known, that have gone out and toured, although you do kind of have the Weathered Heads, heavy set that wouldn't really fall into that kind of folky category. But that's kind of what's come out of here. You may know more than I heard there's more of a hip-hop scene in La Crosse than there is here. So we're trying to play into that. We're working on a whole venue that would be all hip-hop and DJs for the Saturday that we do down there, and we're hoping to have Toki repeat some of the stuff he's doing here down in La Crosse, and we're working on some other hip-hop artists, and then I guess there's pretty good local DJ scene there, so we'll see how we can meld some of that, and then also do the same thing where we would get people doing a workshop, and then they would be part of the fest, that day too.
Cool. I that La Crosse thing with the more hip hop, like that hip hop venue. That sounds really exciting.
Yeah, the Cavalier, which is one of the best venues up there. It's a big 300 seat theater, I think.
So have you started gathering some names for this year's fest?
Yeah, I mean, the month of November is kind of like the big month. We have a music committee that people start submitting in July, and we usually run that kind of through October. And so we have submissions where anybody can submit, and then our music committee is also always batting around different people's names. I'm working with the Current a little bit this year as well. I have a meeting with them next week to just get some suggestions. They're going to come on as a bigger sponsor than they've even been in the past this year. They're talking about potentially doing the local show, which is their thing that focuses more on the music around here from the festival this year. And then we've had KFAI involved last year. We had Radio K from Minneapolis involved, and we're looking. There's another label up there, Totally Gross National Product, that we're starting to have some discussions with too. They might have some presence, and then Red House Records on the folk side has been involved with the fest the last 3 or 4 years, and they will be again. There's a lot of potential to build on things here, and I think we've just over the last couple of years just been trying to work out, and there's been some transition with the band director, but I think we could do a lot of other interesting things, and we're planning on trying to do the February show again or something around that time. So hopefully that's the next big thing we're doing at Cotter.
Cool. All right.